Welcome back to More Moss to the People. I am Asa Nilsson and I am your host. Today I'm coming to you from Westerville, Ohio again, my mom's home in Westerville in the United States of America. And it feels nearly surreal to be in the USA right now, especially because of everything that's happening in the world with Israel and Palestine and all these awful, tragic, and terrible things. And I feel so disconnected. And we'll get to that in a minute, but I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you. I don't know how you're feeling today, but it's definitely a melancholy, heavy feeling in my heart, and I'm going to be coming to you from whichever room I possibly can to do these weekly episodes because I have my mom sitting in the other room, and of course her comfort comes first. So here I am. Here I am sitting in a bedroom. And so first, I'd like to say again, thank you for being here. And like I promised you last week when I read a review that somebody had put on Apple Podcasts, I'm going to read another one for you here today. I promised that I would do that. I would give a shout out to anybody that was nice enough to write something. And this was from Shug Chani. Having known Asa for 37 years, I can honestly say that she is one of the most honest and genuine people that I've ever met. She is living her life with intention, dignity, self-respect, and self-care. Her quest for knowledge, introspection, and healing is abundantly apparent in her podcasts. And not only is it helping her grow, but also helping her listeners to grow and become better versions of themselves. I highly recommend More Moss to the People. That is from one of my best friends. And, I went out to my friends and I asked, would you consider writing a review, an honest review of my podcast? I do not want somebody to be lying and saying that they enjoy something that they do not enjoy. That is not how I roll. That is not something that I'm interested in. And, you never know who's actually listening to this or watching the videos on YouTube. So, every week I show up here because I want to. I'm not showing up because I feel like I have to or that there is any kind of a burden in my heart to do this. I show up with my heart wide open for you. And this week it's feeling a little heavy. It's feeling heavy, to be perfectly honest. And it's you don't probably know the reason that I'm here in America, but I came here because my mother is aging. She is 87 years old, and I love her very, very much. And she's spending too much time alone, and I don't like that. I mean, this is serious. This is serious stuff, and there are so many people in this world that maybe don't have a lot of interactions with other people or don't have loved ones checking in on them or have a lot of places to go or people to see. And, part of the movement and the design of More Moss to the People was to slow down, to get me to slow down because I wasn't feeling like I was connected to myself. And I am 56 years old at the time of this recording. I believe it is October 17th, 2023. And the older I get, the more I recognize that the most important thing to me is my family and my relationships and my community around me and people that I want to spend time with and people that I make an effort to spend time with and connect with. And you may be listening to this today and you don't even know who I am, but it makes a difference to me that I share my heart with you and that I work on my skill of communicating what it is that I am feeling with other people. Because when I grew up, I did not believe that what I felt mattered. I was more concerned about what everybody else had going on, what other people were worried about, or what other people had going on, and what did they need, not as much concerned about myself. And today I am very interested in knowing how I feel and trusting what it is that I feel and checking in with what it is that I feel. And right now, with what is happening in Israel. I have friends that live there. I have friends that have escaped from the country to get out of there with their children to get to safety. I have other friends that have friends of people that are living there. I have a lot of Jewish relations, and this is absolutely catastrophic. And it is time. I don't really feel like I know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do anything. There's like, I feel helpless. And for me, being helpless is a really it's an unfathomable feeling for me, because I always have something to say, right? And sometimes you just don't have anything to say to people except, I'm sorry this is happening. Please tell me how I can help you right now. And I think that is important, because then that me putting out to you, to the world, how can I help you right now? How can I be best utilized right now for the skills that I have? Maybe some people just need somebody to talk to. Maybe somebody just needs to have somebody hold space for them. And even though they may be a American living in America and have Jewish ancestry, or they have family living in Israel, whatever that means for you, tell me how I can help, because I'm doing the best that I can, and I feel a little helpless. So I pulled a tarot card for today, and it's the Five of Pentacles. And if you see that the people are walking outside of the church, and there's pentacles is about earthly things, about abundance. You see, this is a sadness of being on the outside. Yeah, you see that they're on the outside in the snow. She doesn't even have shoes on, and he is hurting, and he's crippled, and he's walking, and they're looking at, gosh, I wish that I was inside. I wish I was included. I wish that I could be a part of something. Now, this is for me, usually I've got something that's, I can usually turn every situation around. Like, I can make this into something positive. I can make this into something good. And I don't know how to make this into something good. I don't know how to turn this around, but I can say that, what can we do as human beings for one another? We can hold out a hand. We can reach out and hug somebody if they need a hug right now. When you think about all of the sadness and loneliness and the being on the outside that there is in this world already, and then we have horrible wars and rockets and escaping and all this stuff coming. Unfortunately, there's, depending on where you are in the world, that's not new to you. But as a Swedish woman now happening to be in America during this time in Israel, it's hard, and it's heavy, and I can't really make light of it. So the point of me starting More Moss to the People was to have interesting conversations and to be inclusive of people that maybe are doing things their own way, or daring to do things in a different way than everybody else is doing. And what then, if that is the conversation that I want to have with other people, what can I say that I'm doing right now that is within my abilities? Right now, what is within my abilities is to be with my mother, to be here with my mom for these next 2 months, and to support her with her Swedish death cleaning process. My mom is Swedish, and so I think it's only appropriate that I should be coming here and doing her Swedish death cleaning. But, because I'm going to be here for 2 months, we're doing something every day, a little something every day, and taking care of her, talking to her, going through photographs, seeing things, and kind of like going by room, like going by piece, and seeing how things that she'd like to keep. Okay, what would you like to keep, and what would you maybe like to donate out? And I was so happy to find out that my mom has a lot of old medicines in this house from when she had cancer. And there are some medicines in here that would go for a lot of money on the streets. And she just hasn't gotten rid of them because she didn't know what you could do with them. And obviously, you don't throw them down the toilets or you're throwing them in the garbage. So I did a little research and I found that there's a drugstore here in central Ohio that takes medicines back, old medicines back. There's like a big tub that we can put them into. So that's excellent. That makes me so happy. So we're going to get rid of some strong drugs today. And that's out of the house. That feels good. It's like little things like that. It's like doing something is better than doing nothing. And for me to sit on a sofa and just look at the news and feel totally helpless and completely like alligator arms, like I can't do anything, right? Well, what can I do? What can I do? And because I am a woman of action, I need to do something. I need to do something. And that means reaching out to my friend that has fled Israel with her family and is on her way to Israel. I'm sorry, excuse me, on her way to Ireland to safety. And, as I sit in the comforts of a home with food in my belly and heat around me and a comfortable duvet and a car available in grocery stores right down the street, thousands of grocery stores, God knows. And that's what I mean by it being surreal. It's like people are struggling and here I am like living high on the hog. And I'm not going to punish myself or make myself, feel bad for the fact that I am in this moment right now, but I can do better. I can do better. How can I do better? I can reach out to the people that I know that may have families struggling or people that are needing something right now. So what can you do? Do you have people in your life that you can reach out to, maybe that have family or are in the middle of feeling not so great? Yeah. Because it doesn't have to be outside of our own home. It could literally be somebody inside our own home does not feel good. And this kind of like putting the head in the sand of what is happening around us, because it's hard. It is hard. And what I have come to realize is it's harder to do nothing. It is so paralyzing to me to just sit and just think, wow, I just should have reached out to them. I could have just given them a call and just said, hey, I'm thinking about you. I love you. So, with my family right now, with the sicknesses and with the diseases that there are, what can I do? What am I? I didn't cause it. I didn't create it. I can't fix it. But what can I do? I can take action to say, hey, how are you doing today? How's it going for you? Is there anything that I can do? Is there anything that you need? Do you want to sit and talk for a minute? Do you have time to talk? Tell me what you're going through. Yeah. We can all do this. And that is why I started More Moss to the People, because when I was running and pushing and shoving for more, better pay, bigger jobs, more money, better cars, bigger houses, more things, I was disconnected from myself. I was disconnected from source and me and God, all of us, we are one. And when I am spending my time outside of myself, outside of my own soul, to look for things that mean nothing, then I also get in return nothing. You see, there's a give and take. And when I'm only going to take, to push for something, right? I'm just pushing more things away. I'm pushing the thing that I want the most away from me. And that is connection. What I want is human connection. So when I have conversations on this podcast with my beautiful guests that I love so much and I share with you, I'm looking for connection. I'm looking to share my connection with these beautiful human beings, with you, so that you too can feel maybe not so alone in a world where the true pandemic is now separateness, the lie that we are not meant to be like connecting with each other or relying on one another, when in fact that is exactly what we need to be doing more of, is saying, hey, listen, I really need some help right now. Could you be here for me? or noticing somebody else that really is kind of hurting right now and maybe is a really doesn't know how to say what they need. So maybe we can present a question in a different manner. There's always something we can do, and that can start in our own home. So today we're not going to have a real long podcast episode with me, myself, and Irene, because I'm not up for it. I'm not up for it. I've said what I wanted to say. I want to put my thought into your heart of, do you have people around you, elders, that they do not have anybody checking on them, or that they feel alone or separate and do not feel loved, maybe, or do not feel seen, valued, or heard. Every human being wants to be seen, valued, and heard. Every living sentient being wants to be seen, valued, and heard. So what can we do today? We can reach out a helping hand. We can reach out by phone call. We can just tell somebody that we love them. Yeah. So if you need to hear that today, then I'll say it to you. I love you. You're not alone. I don't want to ever be alone either. So what can we do when we feel alone? Reach out to somebody else that we know is alone. Yeah. And then we start believing and seeing ourselves, the true messages of connection that is out there, community that is out there for us, that we need one another. Let's not lie to each other and tell ourselves that we got this. I don't need anybody. I can do this on my own. I can control this. We don't have to. We weren't meant to. And I'm a firm believer of that. I am a firm believer that we were not meant to do this alone. So if you have any heaviness on your heart, or you need help right now, reach out. Reach out to the people that you love the most, and the people that understand you, or maybe don't understand you, and explain yourself, because the only way we are going to grow is by extending ourselves in a way that feels good, little by little, safe, nothing, let's not get crazy. We don't have to go from here to here, right? Take little steps, little bite-sized pieces, and reach out to somebody today that you know might need some loving. Even if that person is you, then it's still wonderful to reach out to somebody else, because it gets us out of our own heads. It gets us into feeling terrific and feeling this connection. And that is the truth. We are all connected. Stay connected. Help one another. See your neighbors. See your family. See yourself. Ask for what your needs are. And hopefully next week I'll be a little bit more peppy for you. And hopefully there will be some more things that have happened to clear up this terrible situation in Israel. Until then, take good care of yourself. Take good care of your families and the people that you love. And I'll see you on the flip side. Take care. Bye-bye.